So now we're going to create and edit templates. So what you need to do is to click Setup and go to Templates, and you'll see this page. Next, you click Create Template, and then we're going to name our template. In this case, I'm using a sample, and we're going to build a work order sample. So that's the name of our template that we're going to build. We have title, location, and we're going to have a section name. So section names is used when you organize your content, so it looks cleaner and easier for the users to handle the content. Now this is a work order, so this is going to be work order details. And then I know that we're going to need a photo, so I'm going to add a photo. And this really helps when you build in the forms, is to have a template in front of you so you know what kind of fields that you're looking for. It makes it way easier and faster to build. But I know that I need a photo to be taken. I also know that I'm going to need work order number, which is a single line text field. So I'm going to type in work order number. Now this is going to be a number and not an alphabet keyboard. So you select a different keyboard by clicking this downwards and upwards button. I select my keyboard. I can have a standard, numeric, and alphanumeric, which is numbers first. So in this case, I want numbers first. Then we're going to create a service date. So when did this take place? So I'm going to use the date and time and create service date. And on service date, I can select, do I want time as well, or do I only want the date? So again, clicking this arrow on the right-hand side will give you more options. So I click the date plus time, and I only want date. I minimize this one, and I'll move forward to the next one. And in this case, I might need something called a location code, which is also a single line text, and it's going to be a location code that I need. And then what I'm going to be needing is probably a work order details. I'll need some customers. Customers, and in this sample, let's say it's a work order for a rig. So I'm going to be needing rig numbers, for example. Now this, I want to be drop down multiple choice, one answer. So I'm going to choose two of these because I'm going to create one for customer and one for the rig number. Now what I need to do here is to click this downwards arrow, and I have choices. So I can call this customer ABC, I can call this customer 1, 2, 3, and so forth as I create the list. And if you click this little side corner button, I can extend this text box more so I can fit in more. Now for those of you who want to automate this part of our integration packages, this information can actually be downloaded and updated directly into your back-end system. So if you're part of that, you're going to be using a lot more of the security tabs and the advanced tabs. So right now, we're going to keep it basic. We're going to put some easy choices in. And we're going to do the same thing for rig number. So in here again, we'll type in 111, 222, 333, 444, or whatever it might be, and other rig IDs here, for example. And we can extend it and we can see. These are going to be the choices that the mobile user will have when they type it in. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at probably we might need an item list. So let's create an item list because we want to put in item, quantity, price, and description, for example. For that, I need to use the table element because it's going to be, think about this as an Excel spreadsheet. So think about the type of form that you're using, and in this case, I'm going to be needing to adding more rows. So let's name the table is basically like another section and call this item list. We're then going to say, well, what do I need to charge people? What do I need to input? Well, I know I need items. So items should probably be a drop-down menu. So I'm going to add a drop-down menu with a multiple choice. And we're going to name this item. And under items, people are going to be able to select, for example, tool 1, type 2, thing A, B, C, etc. So they can type in the items that's being used for the job. Then we're going to have to put in quantity, how many are actually being used. And for this, we can have the option of putting a single line text in. But here's where we need to think about what am I trying to track when I'm building my dashboards and the reports. We cannot track a single line text because it's just text. We need to use the numeric element, which is numbers. So we're tracking quantity on this, and we're also going to be tracking price, which is again another number field. So I'm going to put price in, and we might add a description in here as well to describe items. So now we've built this, and we can actually have a look on the preview of what it would look like. So we have item, quantity, price, and describe. So I have choice, and the quantity, prices, and this. So when I fill it in, and I can add rows. So I can add a few more of these rows as I go, but this is all I need to do for this section. When finished, I need to add in a name and signature, which means I need to create another section that will be called signature. And in this signature section will be the digital signature. So this is my basic elements or my basic form or a template that I can create very, very easily within just a few minutes to get it off and running. Now, to look at some of the advanced features on how do we actually make changes inside this, we're going to cover that in a different video.